Hello everybody, this is Big Daddy Rocker Gamer, and we're back for another episode of Heroes of Might and Magic 4. And we're playing Waerjaks campaign, and we are getting close to the end, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the final mission. But yeah, we're kind of wandering around here and fighting and, yeah, running into things, seeing what's what. Do this. As you can see, I finally gotten a big enough army now that I actually have a little bit of impact. Outside of my hero, even my berserker had a little bit of damage, although admittedly not much. Yeah, fights like these are relatively easy at this point. It's quickly done. Now, I have this beautiful little chaos town here. I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm just building it up and, you know, figuring things out as I go. So yeah, that's the thing. Berserkers are still dealing quite a lot of damage. I still wish there was a way to control them, because they're pretty annoying. Running up and getting himself killed like that. So let's just build more soon. Yeah, I had some absurd amount of experience earlier. Yeah, let's give him. I came to these hills to flush some Vogel ambushers. I certainly didn't want to leave them at my back to raid my supply lines. What we found, however, were the bodies of 20 men crushed beneath large boulders. Lounging nearby, munching on a wild goat, were the members of an extended family of Cyclopses. "You the one they call King Waerjak, aren't you?" asked the patriarch. "Yes." "These men were your enemy?" Some of them held the black shields of Vogel's forces. "Yes, and I appreciate what you have done here." "You'll be fighting some more, won't you? There were lots of killing, right?" "There will, but we'll only be killing warriors. I don't accept the slaughter of innocents," I told them firmly. Cyclopses have a reputation for not only being savage, but for sometimes eating the flesh of their kills, even humans. They believe that this is how they gain the strength of their enemy, by consuming them. "Sounds good to us," said the Cyclops. "Will there be glory to be won in this war of yours?" "Glory enough for all." "Then we're with you." So I think Cyclops is just sort of declared for us. That's cool. So, let's see what I can do here. They wanted to kill more of my fairies. I get some of them back. It's okay. So, mostly just neutral units moving around on land. I'm not guarding anything I care about. Neither is that side. We have, however, yeah. That went a little bit easier than anticipated. Let's get So, great. I have another orcish horde. Yes. Let them run. Caravan. Actually, I think that's not a bad idea at this point. Oh, let's go hunt you down. Yeah, I'll take your dudes. Yes, good job. There we go. This? Fair enough. That goes there. This goes there. Gotcha. This shouldn't be a problem. Definitely not a problem. Yeah. And there we go. Again, there we go. So, Keymaster Tent. Giant Slayer. Alright, cool. Let me just kill these dudes. Good measure. That worked out exactly as planned. And then we go up. Let's continue building our town here. Do I have? No, I don't. Also, I should upgrade that. Oh, would you like that? That's actually a very dangerous pack. I think I might skip it and just go up here instead. I'd rather not deal with black dragons if I don't have to. No, idiot. Nine faults. Don't be too fast with the Cyclops. You will end up doing more harm than good. Making sure I don't hit my own guys again. Yeah, that just shows me that. Yeah, let's go up and get some troopers. So, I'm going to make a wild guess and say this takes care of it. So, we're gonna send that both of these. Ugh. And we're back. We have to do the last fight over again because my game sort of just fell apart, but due to the very annoying bug. It's not like this is... I'm actually... Well, I wanna. So we already know that one opens up, so we're just gonna head up here. This. that. Now let's start with this group. Now, is there anything here I want to dismiss? Probably these ladies. They've been with me for a long time now. The weaker tribes who chose to remain neutral for fear of Vogel's revenge secretly gather resources to help my efforts. It seems that everyone wants this brutal man to lose his power. If only I can succeed in defeating him, I know I can bring my people together. Finally, we have hope again. I collected the resources, thanking the men who brought them, but they still refuse to leave. We hear there's going to be a good war, said a centaur. That's right. We also hear that if you have your way, it will be the last barbarian war. If I can help it. Well, we've been talking. Someday I'd like to tell my grandchildren that I fought in the last barbarian war. May we join? At this point, it was as good a reason as any to fight, so I nodded. Like everyone, I simply wanted this to be over, so I could mourn my foster's father's death in peace. Bah. Alright. I have in here a caravan, I think. No. I have in here a caravan, I think. Nope. I have in here a caravan, I know. Create caravans. So, there we go. Probably a lot more orcs than I actually need, though. Yeah, keep losing some berserkers because they just... Well, they're berserkers. Yeah. It's not exactly exciting fights at this point, so I understand the sentiment. Wish it was just done with. See if we can get them. Yeah. There we go. Lost 2 berserkers in total. Have them hang up there while I finish. While I grab the sniper's crossbow and quickly check out what's up here. Oh! There's some interesting stuff up here. Yeah, I don't think this is going to provide too much of a problem for me. And dead. Still lose a couple of berserkers, but can't really do much about those. Gonna grab the setups and then I'm gonna head down to this fight, which can actually be a bit dangerous. There we go. Okay, never mind. It's not dangerous at all. Easy. Lost a few more harpies than I anticipated, but... And that's the last of those. Now, we start getting back there. gonna recruit these guys as well. And then we'll walk it down. Merge. Oh, wait. This is lethal. Now, you guys replace these. And then Waerjak goes down. Sending you guys home there. No matter how much you prepare, an ambush is bound to catch you by surprise. We rushed toward this town when we heard they were under attack by Vogel's forces. But my scouts found nothing when we arrived. I should have suspected then, but I continued forward, walking right into a trap. Is this supposed to be an ambush? I think it is. Well, I'm not overly concerned. Ah. Oh, they took the Thunderbird. I don't appreciate that at all. Need to fear spells. Flaming sword. Yeah, sure, you can have the flaming sword. Not that you ever need it, because you killed things on range. And of course they picked the nomads. Bastards. Oh, that's one very dead. sufficient? I think I can actually march straight through. Haha. That's just silly. One of my centaur scouts spent an entire day watching a small group of warriors sneak through the countryside. I split my forces into 3 units, thinking that I would attempt to herd these men into a trap. But at the last moment, I resisted the urge to attack. A good thing too, because they turned out to be volunteers from one of the tribes under Vogel's iron control. The berserkers were all young, inexperienced, and ready to fight to free their people. The elder wants to wait and see what happens, but we say attack now and get rid of that goat dung of a chief, said one. If you're going to fight for me, you will fight under my rules, I told them. Yes, King Waerjak, they answered in unison. That means no looting, no burning, and no killing unless I say so. And anyone who hurts an innocent, a woman, a child, or an unknown man, they will receive the most shameful punishment imaginable. Got that? Yes, King Waerjak. So they're pretty much on board here. I ain't feeling that. I'm just gonna walk through here. Vogel likes to soften his enemies with ambushes before he attacks with his main force, so I wasn't surprised when the harpies swept down on him. That's not enough harpies to even make it then. Not to mention they're way too slow. So I'm just gonna do this. And there we go. Dead. My orcs are almost home. Just one more day and they'll be safely home. Nah, pointless for any one of us. Is that the blue Keymaster tent or is it teal? No idea. I'll find out. Yeah, nothing this way. Yeah, nothing. Nothing this way that matters. Alright, Wait a minute. What you doing up here? What you flirking doing up there? Problem with that is that that guy can take cities. He's gonna go for my city. No, he didn't. He didn't go for my city. Why didn't he go for my city? He's lost. Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take these guys off your hands. Feels good. And that takes care of that. Okay, back to... There's someone else who took things now. So, Vogel just unleashed a host of There we go. Alright, that's cool stuff to have. Oh! Those Cyclopses will be a problem. I did have some hefty losses, but it's mostly berserkers. So, yeah, I don't really care that badly. I think now I can go back down here again and continue what I was doing. Unfortunately, that means a bit of a walk. I'll just skip past. And of course, the enemy doesn't want to let go. So I'll just kill them, I assume. He's eventually gonna run out of guys to send at me. You know, he has to. He doesn't have infinite resources. I have. Yes, I'll take them. No, I'm not letting you play. Again, mostly just a couple berserkers. I get some of them back. That's alright. Dismiss these guys. And let's go back searching for Vogel. First things first, kill the Cyclops. Yeah, let's go get some more stats. Yeah, I'm breaking through. Whoa, dragons. That was unexpected. This even more so. Oh man. Here we go. Again, berserkers in crazy amounts. Grandmaster life. Oh, I forgot some startups. I should be closing in on this, dudes. Castle by now, shouldn't I? One Cyclops, yay. I think this is it. Except that I don't think it is. No, I'm not letting them play. There we go. And berserkers again. He ran. Dang coward ran. And this is... only Waerjak alone. I found you at long last. Yeah, I should be able to deal with this. So, we'll just do this. Oh. Yeah, why not? There we go. That should finish the scenario. Vogel's death didn't fill the emptiness I felt inside. I had known it wouldn't. I just didn't want to admit it until now. Tarnum taught me that lesson long ago. My first dog was killed and eaten by a cougar. Against my father's wishes, I had tracked down that creature. I thought I had it trapped inside its den, but the cougar had slipped behind me and pounced. I would have been dead too, if Tarnum hadn't secretly followed me and killed the beast in the air. He forced me to stare at the cougar for hours until I realized that I still mourned my pet hound. A soft breeze entered my tent, drawing me away from his memory. I was only vaguely aware that someone had thrown open the flap to my tent and entered. When I looked up, I saw Tarnum. I hesitated. Was this his spirit? It's me, Waerjak. He answered my internal question. Let me explain. I nodded. I was too shocked to stand. Some call me the immortal hero, Tarnum explained. The ancestors have kept him alive all this time so he could redeem himself for the horrible crimes of his distant past. The rest of Tarnum's story is much too long for me to chronicle here, but it explained many things about my foster father, about his incredible skill and vast knowledge. Just know that for a long time after that night, I felt betrayed because Tarnum hadn't shared the secret with me, his son. I never let him know how I felt, even when he left a few months later to seek a new destiny. There is at least one historian recording my activities. Tarnum interrupted the uncomfortable silence that fell at the end of his tale. Probably more. How can the ancestors deny you paradise now? You are the greatest man I have ever known. Placing his hand on my shoulder, Tarnum said, Thank you. Coming from you, Waerjak, that makes me proud. But why do they still punish you? I asked. They're not punishing me. In fact, everything you have done here has freed me from my debt. For my part in raising you, the ancestors have offered me paradise, but I turned them down. After more than 1,000 years of life, why would Tarnum refuse that which he had been fighting for? My foster father put his arm around my shoulders and held me like he did when I was a boy. Just be satisfied that I'm here now, he said, knowing that I had many more questions to ask. For the first time in 1,000 years, the barbarian people have a real chance at a good life. You achieved something quite remarkable here. They are in good hands with you as king. I am proud of you, son. That was the first time Tarnum called me son. I almost wept. I still wanted to know more, but I saw something in Turnham's eyes that I have never seen before. True happiness and relief. I shut my mouth. He would tell me when he was ready. For now, let him enjoy his freedom.
Until now, I thought all I wanted was the opportunity to enter paradise and rest. But I feel these people have become my community. And I don't just mean barbarians, but Peladrons and elves and all the others. I've been protecting them for so long, I feel like I'll be letting them down if I leave. This new world still needs heroes.
Yeah. Well, that's as you say, this Big Daddy Rocker Gamer. Next time, we'll start on the Order campaign here. I'm not looking forward to that one. It's long and grueling. But after that, it's all the fun campaigns coming up. So, yeah, next time we start an Order, and this Big Daddy Rocker Gamer. See you then.